G'day everyone, Calvin here, Coaching Company New Zealand. I'm playing with crappy old farm bikes. Let's have a look. This happens to be Ruby. Well, I purchased Ruby a little while ago, and it is a TF185 1990 model bike, and someone's lovingly given it some care, and they've sat on it for 31,227 Ks. Oh, I've done some of those Ks. She's a bit of a lovely little thing. Not the factory front guard, but it's been done nicely, been done tactfully, fairly standard type bike. And there's a number plate on the back. It's a road legal one, and I just had to have it. Yeah, I've given it a ride. I got it the other day, and I whip over to the main farm every now and again, and I whip down the road, and it does like 80 k's an hour flat out. Maybe 85 downhill with the tailwind. It's not fast enough, but I've done the test riding. I've got to get it in and get a warrant of fitness for it. I'll get that sorted, get it legal, and then I will make it faster. Same principles as anything else. I tinker, make it faster. We've got gearing, and I had to do, so chain and sprockets, and I've got a TS185 in the garage, which has got different porting. I've got TS185 barrels and some pistons. I've got the barrels arrived, waiting on a piston. So I've got a few options. I'll also find out whether the gear box is different and the gear ratios between a TF and a TS. No one seems to know, and I probably should sit down. I could go through and check in the manuals. I've got a 77 TS185 is very, very similar to this bike. So we will do that at some stage. But today I'll show you this interesting little thing. So between gear changes, every now and then the clutch would slip. So I got the cable off, and it's a little hard to see. And I did try, I got the scales out to try and measure the amount of pull. But if I hold it up like this, you can see my garden and stuff in the background. Another little Suzuki I just fixed. And for a teenage driver, and we've got, this actually pulls pretty easy, right? Very easy to pull. But then I put a little bit of a kink in it like this. Just a bit of a twist. And it takes quite a bit more force to pull. So I thought, that's quite interesting. And of course it doesn't slip all the time. I went and got another one. This is the second-hand one that I have changed, and I did the same check. So very easy to pull in some conditions. Put a twist in it, and it firms up a lot. So they're leaving. I just happen to have gravity. I just tested gravity. And right here I have a TS125 cable. Exactly the same. Exactly. So let's get it on there. This is how it came in the bag. And very easy to pull. Very, very easy to pull. I wonder if I can replicate that. This is the second hand one. Ooh. Yep, that is a heap stiffer. Yep, okay. That proves my point. So I'm going to start off with this. Hopefully there's not an internal clutch issue. Again, I've got some spares. Pretty cool. So pretty simple to do. This pin here will be going backwards, so I've got to pull this lever off. And I've checked that this lever is nice and free, and it is. I like to put them together with a bit of lube in there, assembly lube that lasts for a while. But that's free, that's good. Check the booty's in good order. Comes with a new booty. Okay, and it runs up. Now this one was actually coming out past here like this. I don't know if I've got any footage of it, but there's actually a little clamp here. Oh, not very good light. Right there's a little clamp for it to go under. And then it goes over to to the handle, to the lever. So we'll go here, car getting cleaned, bike getting sorted. So you want a little bit of free play down in here. So when I'm putting this on, I turn this one anti-clockwise and then I slip the lever on. And you've got to make sure the bolt comes from the bottom, because otherwise it will foul in this cover. Make sure you lube the pivot point, so lube in there. Then the booty can go on. I've put a bit of heat proof on here. So the resulting free play up here is quite a bit. And a little bit extra is fine as long as that clutch works, and this one works nice. Lube points, I probably should pull these all apart and clean them properly at some stage. And then don't forget the rubber cover. Okay. And I lube the pivot point, the ball in there as well. Never go in dry. Perfect. It's a much lighter clutch, it's way nicer. Right, we're done. I'm happy as I'll put this cover on and away it'll go. I've also noted that, so one of my other bikes has got a new cable on it, that's why I had a spare second hand one. And the other one, the clutch isn't very nice and the free play is a bit yucky. Guess I know why now. So just getting old, and these sort of bikes are pretty cheap. They were made cheap, and they love a little bit of maintenance and a bit of love, including a clutch cable. Hopefully this will stop it slipping. We'll go for a drive soon and have a check out. A ride. We'll go for a ride soon and check it out.